Hi everybody, and today is Tactical Tuesday. My phone just shut off, and so I have to redo this. Today, we are going to be talking, after a little bit of reconsideration, about scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset, and how you can make that shift and why you want to make that shift. What I was originally talking about was the dreamer, and I was talking about abundance, and I'm talking about stepping into the dreamer mindset. So I'm going to tie all of these in. But to cap it all off, we're going to be talking about scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. I have a story for you that is going to illustrate this perfectly. Hi, Huli. And here is the story. Two guys walk down to a river, okay? And at the edge of the river, there's a gatekeeper. And the gatekeeper says, I will allow you to cross the river if you can use this rope and a pickaxe. Now, the man who is of scarcity mindset looks at the rope, looks at the river, and looks at the pickaxe and goes, how can I possibly cross a river with just a rope and a pickaxe? And he says, this is stupid, I'm leaving. And he leaves. The guy who is in abundance mindset goes, okay, let me think about this for a second. Sits there for a minute or two and goes, ties the rope to the end of the pickaxe, throws it across the river, and pulls himself across. This is the story that I want you to remember when we're thinking about abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset. Now, what is scarcity mindset? Scarcity mindset is one of those terms that gets tossed around a lot, and there's like a little bit of definitions here and there, but no one actually is just like, look, it's like when you think like this, okay? So scarcity mindset is we don't have enough. There's never enough. We don't have enough. There's never enough. I'm not enough. The world, the things that are in the world, there's not enough. There's not enough for everybody. There's not enough for me. It's always not enough. Okay? Abundance mindset. There is more than enough. There's a ton. There's a massive amount out there for me. Now, scarcity mindset comes from a place rooted in fear. Fear, which stands for false evidence appearing real. We think that there's not enough, yet there is more than enough. Okay? The guy who grabbed the pickaxe and the rope thought that there was not enough to get across that river, right? There's not enough here. I need way more than this, right? There's not enough. I can't do it, and leaves. When you're in scarcity mindset, your world is this big, right? It's very, 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 very little. And it's also rooted in fear, something that constricts you. When you are in abundance mindset, there is a wealth of opportunity around you. There's more than enough. There's enough for them. There's enough for me. There's enough for everybody, right? The guy had a rope and a pickaxe. Okay, this is enough. Now, I don't have the answer yet, right? But since I am in abundance mindset, it's going to give me the capacity, the ability to use what I have in order to achieve the end result that I want, okay? So when you are allowing this to translate in your life, there is a very, very common occurrence that I see all the time where you have people who have a lot of different things, right? Different skills, different tools, different capacities, and if they believe that what they have is not enough, they're never going to take the steps forward towards achieving the goals that they want to achieve. However, if you make the simple shift in your mind that I am enough, I have enough, and I'm going to figure out a way to take the things that I have here in order to get to the end result that I want, then you're going to start thinking creatively. What I was talking about in the previous video before my phone shut off was the concept of the dreamer. The dreamer is, in essence, abundance mindset, because the dreamer doesn't just function from a place of fear, right, or a place of ego, the things that we have experienced. The dreamer functions from a place of anything is possible. And the story that I was going to give you was about Walt Disney and how Walt Disney dedicated an entire room to the dreamer. And with that room of the dreamer, he allowed himself to come up with all sorts of crazy stories, crazy examples, everything that he ever wanted to create in his head, and just allowed himself to spit it all out, okay? So abundance mindset is embracing the role of the dreamer, and no other role is allowed to be in the room. No realist in the room, no judge in the room, just the dreamer. And if you allow yourself to sit in abundance mindset, which states anything is possible, the amount of times that things that have been deemed impossible have happened are countless amounts of times. So anything is possible, and I have what I need to figure out the answer. If you allow yourself to sit in that, you will come up with very creative answers. I remember previously what I had taught you on another tactical skills in Tools Day was the list, right? Writing the question at the top of the list and writing 1 through 21 down the side. That is, in essence, sitting in abundance mindset, which is there have to be 21 different ways to do something. And what you find in doing that that practice is that you will come up with the answers. And so the answers are out there if you're patient. Okay. So if we allow ourselves to sit in scarcity mindset, we never have enough. There's never enough. There's not enough answers. There's not enough money. There's not enough time. There's not enough. There's not enough. There's not enough. There's not enough. Generally speaking, this has nothing to do with what's actually out there in the world. This has to do with this. Are you making decisions out of love or fear? I talk about this all the time, where a place of love means that anything is possible. A place of fear means that things are very constricted and often very murky and not very, I was going to say the word enlightened. That doesn't really make too much in terms of what I wanted to actually say. It's very shadowy. It's very confusing. It's very, I'm worried about this, but yet that might never happen. Okay, so that place of fear is a place of scarcity. The place of love, the place of light, the place of possibility is the place of abundance. And if you allow yourself to sit in this mentality, because it is a mentality, right? The world has what it has. You can either see that as not enough, or you could see that as there is a ton out there. And what you will actually go and experience when you're walking around in nature, or even just around the cities, doesn't matter where, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of money, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of opportunity. But if you believe that there's not enough, you will start to create stories that resonate that, and then you will end up believing those, which will constrict your world even more. So if you want to sit in abundance mindset, because that's the place where possibility lives for you, then you have to open up. If you want to sit in scarcity mindset, a place of fear, a place that's a little bit darker, a place where there's not enough, you have to close down. So the question is, what would you like to do, right? Sit in the story of the dreamer, where the dreamer sees that all things are possible, and to bring in the realist, and the realist goes, okay, how do we make these things happen, right? Or do you want to sit in the story of the pessimist? This is not enough. I can't do this. It's impossible. Just like the guy who tried to cross the river and couldn't. But the other guy had the equipment to do it, right? He believed that it was possible, and he found the answer. Patience in the story of abundance and the story of the dreamer is incredibly important, because if you allow impatience to slip in, you will not come up with the answers. But when you sit in patience, when you sit in breathing, when you sit in your readiness to accept kind of this journey in front of you, you will start to find the answers as time goes on, okay? So this is a short, but I think very on point tactical skills Tactical Tuesdays, skills and tools training, which is more about how do we actually adjust our mindset to see possibility, right? And when we do adjust our mindset to see possibility, it allows us to come up with answers that can really serve us in the long run. Okay? So if you have any questions for me, please write them down in the comment section below. Let me know if you have any difficulty in making that shift and towards the terms of possibility versus being in scarcity. And I can clarify even more if you need me to. All right, guys? I'll see you later.